Oh my God. Hey, 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 here, Liesel. Here. Now, we're not doing that. Come here. It's a good... That's it. We're not doing that digging. It's a good girl. Two of my beautiful babies. Spunky must you. I hear a robin. It's the first one I heard this year. Pretty sure that's a robin. Yeah, it sounds like a robin. Tippy, are you doing your nails? That's a good girl. You know, many German Shepherds have issues of shedding. And I don't know if people know this or not, but it's a hormone problem with spay and neuter dogs. My German Shepherds shed twice a year. They barely shed in between, like a little bit here and there, but I keep them pretty well brushed. Like Isaac's blowing his coat right now. I did brush him last night, but when they blow their coat, it's like this. Now he blows his coat now, and like close to winter. And I'm sure if it's going to get like colder or hotter, but normally intact dogs, like look at Spunky. She already blew her coat a couple months ago. Oh, would you be quiet? Yes, Spunky, yes. But none of hers is coming out, see? And look at Liesel here. You don't see any coming out. Maybe little pieces pulling on it, but not like I see with people with having shedding issues. Now, Tippy is starting to blow her coat a little bit. Back here, she'll start. But I tried to get it all brushed out right away. I use a rake, what they call a rake brush. For them, I feel they work the best. On this other guy's site, he uses some shedding tool, which I want to try one of them. I've never tried one of them. He's a First Airborne 105. I forget how it is, but if you put in First 105 Airborne, he has a pack of dogs too. I love his channel. I watch it every day. Anyhow, hormones are for a lot more. There's a lot of Cushing's disease in dogs. That's because when you neuter and spay a dog, it's really hard on their adrenal glands, and that causes Cushing's disease. Also, stress. There's so many dogs with fear. So many German Shepherds with fear, and hormones helps keep them calm. If you see my video on Isaac, they're not scared of fireworks or anything like that. But Spunky's 5 years old. Like, Tippy's 5 years old. It doesn't matter how much you exercise your dog. If you take their hormones, they're going to gain weight, and that's hard on their joints. And the hormones are for life, for the joints and bones. Look at older people once they go through the change of life, how they get osteoporosis and stuff. That's from the loss of hormones. There's so many dogs crippled nowadays. Vets aren't going to tell you the side effects of spay and neutering. There's more cancers when you spay and neuter than there is without. I lost Bella. She was a lab rot before I knew better. She was spayed. And I lost her to lung cancer at 6 years old. My German Shepherd Kane died at 6 years old of lymphoma cancer. Georgie, cool it. All right. Here. Oh, quit cocking off. I'm sure it's just Carol. But without their hormones, they can't control their stress, so they have fear. Dogs who are spayed or neutered before 2 years old, their joints don't. Hey, that's enough. Don't. Nuggy. Spunky. Cool it. Go find a ball. Here, let's get a ball. Hey, we're not doing that. Nugs. Nuggy, here. Sit. Sit. Now, settle down. Be a good girl. Be a good girl. Lay down. Good girl. Sit up. Here. Good girl. Lily. Sit. Good girl. That, you're getting a little too fast. That's a good, you got to sit up. Good girl. Stay. Stay. You stay. Stay. A good stay. When I feed her every single day, I make her sit in her place in the kitchen, and she has to stay till I sit the dish down. That's how I taught her such a good stay. The other ones I didn't make do it that much, but it really works. Georgie! Hey, cool it. See how he chases Georgie away? I think it's a protective thing, keeping the other dogs away of the threat. That was another dog walking by. All right, Isaac, get your ball. Get your ball. Ball. Get your tuggy. Where's your tug? Georgie, cool it. I drew all over her. But look at Georgie. She's 8 years old. She's in good shape for her age. Like I said, my last couple dogs died early because of being spay and neuter and over-vaccinated. Not being fed right, just being fed kibble. I mean, my other ones used to get a few leftovers, but these guys get fresh food every single day. But Dr. Karen Becker, now she's getting a little slow getting up there. But she's still in good shape for 8 years old. But Dr. Karen Becker has some really informational videos where she literally cries because she used to work for a shelter, and spay and neuter was the most important thing. And then all her patients, well, when she got her vet license and she went into practice and she was spay and neutering, she wouldn't even see a client who was not spayed or neutered. And she cries saying how all these dogs came back with such medical conditions. So she started researching, and she found out there was ferrets. I think with ferrets, every ferret what was spayed and neutered got Cushing's disease, and it led her and other veterinarians into the research of the effects of taking the hormones from the dogs. And there's alternative spay and neuters. Look at her smelling. Good girl, Georgie. She's smelling that dog went by. And there's the cat. He has to see what's going on too. He's going to get himself in trouble. Novi, don't you go up there. I forgot where I was. But shedding is one. Show dogs are all intact. That's how their fur always looks beautiful, because they have their hormones. I think my girl's pretty... Now, Nugs did shed. She still don't have her whole coat back. Like mine literally shed their whole coat that they look naked. Like Nugs looks naked. She's done shedding. But she still don't have all her coat back yet. Yeah, Nuggy. My dog, Tanner, who I had neutered, I was bullied into it. He got hip disease like at 3 years old. Right after he got neutered, because he was almost 3. He was over 2. He got mean. He bit 7 people throughout his life. And he wasn't like that. I mean, he was almost 3 years old when we had him done, and his whole personality totally changed, and he got mean. Not to us, but to other people, especially people who had fear of him. He would bite. But, I mean, look at Spunky for 5 years old. She's in great shape. She's only ever had rabies shots. Liesl's only ever had rabies shots. And Nugs. Now these guys, before I really dug into the research of vaccinations, they had all their vaccines. And my little dog, he actually has a tumor. It stayed the same where he got his rabies vaccine. There's alternative spay and neuters where they leave the hormones. They can take the uterus and leave the ovaries. If you really believe in doing that, more and more vets are doing it now. There's an ovary sparing spay and neuter group on Facebook. You can join and read all their files. It's hard to find a vet that does one, but they should start teaching that. Everyone says about the infected uterus. I have never seen it. I have 6 females now. And hopefully I never will, but that's a very treatable condition. I mean, but they automatically order a spay and neuter. Watch Dr. Karen Becker's video. She will totally explain it. Oh, Liesl. Liesl, come here. Sit down. That's a good girl. Sit down. You're a pretty girl, Liesl. So that's one reason dogs, German Shepherds, shed so bad is because they don't have their hormones. So, like these girls, before they go in the heat, they totally blow their whole coat. Totally blow it. Like Tippy really looks like a little child too, like Nuggies does when she blows her coat. Spunky don't look as naked as Tippy, but Tippy and Nugs really look naked without their full coat in. You went through all that water already. They have 2 things of water. Look how wet they have it. That's why the water stays outside. I have one in the bathtub. There's a pretty girl. She got run over by the dogs today. I thought they broke her leg, but she's fine. She has all her hormones to grow. Don't ya? Close her plates. Now, my guys are dirty, but you can see they're naturally shiny, too. Aren't you, Tippy? You got a nice shine. Sit. Tippy, sit. Good girl, Tippy. You're a good girl. Aren't you a good girl? Sit pretty. That's a good girl. That's a good Tippy. That's a good girl. That's a good Spunky. I don't have any more Spunk. All gone. All gone, Spunk. All gone. Yeah, all gone. Sorry, Lils. It's still a good shaker. Is you a good shaker? Shake. That's a good shaker. Sit up. You don't get one every time. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to link her video. So, like, if you're driving or whatever and you listen to podcasts, just listen to her. Research it. Look at the other side. You're not going to hear any of these conditions from the vet. Oh, my dogs don't get ear infections. They don't get any skin conditions. Now Isaac gets an ingrown hair or two now and then. But that's it. Like, that's all they've never been sick a day in their life. Have ya? Nope. They've never been sick. Isaac's going to be 7. Georgie's 8. She's slowing down, starting to get a little arthritis, I guess. Just slowing down like me. Aren't you, Georgie? With the Isaac spit on you. Anyhow, I don't... Just please do your research. And there are ways to fix it if you're already spay and neuter. And I'll link her video below in the comments probably. And you can look it up and see if there's ways to help your dog if it's having fear issues and shedding issues. Because it's usually the adrenal glands causing it from no hormones. They're more than just for sex, the hormones. They are for the whole body, the